Evoto's acne removal, effortless precision with a simple slider. Navigate to blemish removal and select freckles acne. Use the sub-slider to seamlessly remove acne from your photos. Experience a 10x faster editing workflow with Evoto for professional photographers. Evoto, the most efficient AI photo editor. Experience a 10x faster editing workflow with Evoto for professional photographers. Evoto, the most efficient AI photo editor. Experience a 10x faster editing workflow with Evoto for professional photographers. Evoto, the most efficient AI photo editor.
flexible remote job? Zenfi matches you with roles that fit your skills, experience, and salary goals. A flexible remote job? Zenfi matches you with roles that fit your skills, experience, and salary goals. A flexible remote job? Zenfi matches you with roles that fit your skills, experience, and salary goals. A flexible remote job? Zenfi matches you with roles that fit your skills, experience, and salary goals.
Enfouies depuis des millénaires, d'anciennes ruines renferment les clés d'une technologie oubliée. C'est à moi de percer leurs secrets. Enfouies depuis des millénaires, d'anciennes ruines renferment les clés d'une technologie oubliée. C'est à moi de percer leurs secrets.
is refusing, and the friends say, we are going to do whatever is necessary to take you to the sick bay, because once you get there, the nurse will be able to test you and to ascertain, do you have malaria, do you have typhoid? Then they treat you. Do you have such 4 friends who will go out of their way to make sure that you're okay? Do you have such 4 friends like he has mentioned? You know, many of you here, you can easily tell me the first 11 of Arsenal, even the second 11, even those who are sick, injured, even those that they hope to buy. But when I ask you, your 4 friends, trusted friends, you may not easily mention them. So think critically. Do you have such 4 friends in Pathfinder? Which one can I use? You come. In Pathfinder, do you learn about first aid? When somebody is injured, let's imagine he has broken his leg. And so we have to put some what? What is it called? Eh? You say it loudly. Split. And so we put something, we give him some first aid because the leg is broken. Now observe. No, don't leave here. Don't worry. And the leg is broken, so I put it here. Step, don't worry. Fever will clean my shoe. Then because he's injured, I tie it on my leg. You get it? I'm talking about friends. Hold, I told you hold my waist, don't leave. Because he can't walk, I help him like this. Do you see what I'm doing? Do you have such friends who go their way to make sure that you're injured, but instead of talking about your illness, they go out of your way, their way? You can go back now, you're okay. The Bible is talking about these 4 friends. Now we are saying, when you need a friend most is when no one is cheering. When they bring back the report, and surely you're the last in the class. When you're not performing well, you need that friend to tell you that I still believe in you. You can make it. I know all this has happened. I know you escaped, and you even got a suspension. You know, when you have many friends here when you're famous, but when you're going to be expelled, suspended is when you know that you are alone. You came alone. We can call for the assembly. We cane you from here. While you're still here, we collect all your property. And we even call for the car. And you go alone while you leave the rest of the people who were cheering you, that beat that teacher. That English teacher. Very small, very tiny. You can manage her. Hey, you try and do it. Don't look where the English teacher is seated. Look at me here. When we all need a friend who understands what we are not saying. Is it true? Yes. You come here, you're quiet. Job had his 4 friends. When they came and visited him, they knew the situation Job was going through, and they kept quiet. They didn't judge him. They first observed and said, our friend, all this is happening to you. And later on is when they spoke. But many times you want to speak. You go to a person who has lost a loved one, and we are quick. By the way, you know that we have such friends who have become family members. They are present on our birthdays, on our anniversary. When we lose a loved one, they are the first ones to come. To the older people who are here, when you go to hospital to give birth, that friend is the first one to arrive. I don't know, dear young people. Do you have such friends who can stand by you? Let's go to the next one. Sometimes your best friend understands you better than you understand yourself. And they can warn you. And they tell you the course of action. What you're going to do is not right. By the way, I admire someone in the Bible known as Moses. Exodus chapter 33 makes mention of something about Moses and God. Exodus 33 verse 11. When I read it, I even got goosebumps. The Bible says, Exodus chapter 33 verse 11, that the Lord would speak with Moses face to face, just as someone speaks with a friend. Aye. Can you imagine? And you tell God that, you know, God, today, I felt like slapping that guy in the dormitory. I'm telling God, he's my friend, isn't it so? And you tell God, today, God, I'm happy. The excitement I feel inside of me, I can't control it. Then you say, God, today, God, today you are not fair. The sun is too hot. When you were I was speaking to my daughter, she said the dust is too much. Why doesn't God make it rain? Now let's go to the next one. Sometimes we need someone to simply be there, not to say anything or to fix anything, but to let us know that they are on our side and that they care for us. Do you need such a friend? There are some moments where you reach and you just need somebody to tell you that I am with you in this struggle. Unfortunately, some of our friends are not trustworthy. They lead us to make mistakes. I have a brother called Godfrey. This brother was very cunning. Anyone called Godfrey here? Do you know something known as tangerine? Let me say it in Luganda, you'll understand. Mangada. You know mangada? In English, it's called? Wonderful. That's why they brought you to Namboole. Finish. That's why they brought you to Namboole to study. Now, my brother saw my mother come with tangerine, with mangada, in a kavera. And she put it in a cupboard, which in Luganda we call? Wonderful. You're following. So he told me, let us pick just 2 mangadas. And I told him, but mommy beat us. He says, no, mommy won't know. The mangadas are many. Now, in our home, just like some of your homes, we had plates, cups, which would only use when we have visitors. You have such things in your homes. I come from a Catholic home. Or on Christmas, or on Easter. They celebrate, me I don't, but would only pick them out on those special days. Now, in that cupboard, in that cupboard, there was a mommy's plate, different from ours. Now, in the process of pulling out the mangada from the cupboard, we knock the plate and it falls. Hey, those Chinese plates, I don't know. Do they fall on Sabbath here? On the line? You don't use plates. What do you use to eat? Huh? Okay. When it breaks, we first ate the mangad. After eating is when we remembered that we have to look for a plate. So we began thinking, my brother is very cunning. He said, let's get some clay. We put this plate together. We tried, but those Chinese plates, even if you try, it couldn't. We said, let's try salt tape. We tried, nothing. Super glue, nothing. Because each time we'd put the plate together, somehow it wouldn't stick together. So he comes up with the idea. He says, mommy won't know that we broke the plate. Let's get the plate, put it together. We pretend like it's still together. Put it close to the opening of the cupboard and put the kavera nearby such that when she pulls out the plate, she'll knock the plate as she's pulling out the mangada. She'll knock the plate, it falls down, and he says she's the one who broke it. Was it a good idea? Brilliant. But as you mature, as you grow, there are things that you do that the teachers look at you and they know, this one is lying to me, but they just say, go to class. They just see you standing somewhere. And they say, those 2 people are? Say the word. Those 2 people are doing what? Coupling. But you pretend and say, teacher, this is just my friend. But the way you're standing, one is like this, another one is this way. You can't look at each other when people are around. So mommy comes back. And exactly it happened. She pulled out the kavera, the plate falls, and my brother winks and says, trouble. Hey, she calls us and says, who broke my plate? And everybody, we wonder, how did she know? And everybody says, not me. She says, who broke my plate? And she looks at us. Now, as an African parent, I think she realized that if she's too tough, I may not tell her the truth. She said, okay, now I'm not going to beat you. Tell me who broke the plate. Which African parent? Hey, they can beat you, start crying. She says, have I beaten you a lot? Eh? Have I beaten you? Actually, I'm just starting. And if she's beating you and you're not crying, she'll beat you. She'll beat you for saying the truth. She'll beat you for lying. So when she says, I say, mommy, are you sure I won't beat me? She says, no, I won't beat you. So I say, I know who broke the plate. It is not me, it is Godfrey. I don't know what Godfrey had done. His hands were not smelling mangada. Dear beloved, if you're ever tempted to steal anything, never steal mangada. Me, I was caught red-handed with the mangada smelling in my hands. So mommy says, go and get for yourself a stick. If I would get a big one, problems. A small one, problems. So what I did, I played the whole day and waited until it was 8 p.m. thinking that she had forgotten. So I come back home and enter the bed and I cover myself, dirty as I was. Do you know what woke me up? A mingling stick. And she was beating me. This morning, dear beloved, I'm not presenting to you a friend who is like my mother. A friend who is like human beings who wants to punish us. But I present to you a Jesus who wants to be your friend. A Jesus who says, come, let us reason together. Let's read that verse, Isaiah chapter 1, verse 18. Such that you understand that what this friend does for you and me and what he wants to do for you, not only today, but throughout all your life. Isaiah chapter 1, verse 18 has these beautiful words. The Lord says, now let us settle the matter. Hey! You are stained with sin, but I'll wash you as clean as snow. Some translations say, come now, let us settle the matter. Come, let us reason together. Imagine my mother saying, I know you broke my plate, but come, let us sit on the round table. Is it possible? I don't know which crimes you commit here at school, but because I've worked in schools for over 15 years, there's something known as tampering with the uniform. Do you do that here? I've not yet seen it. You're good people. But there are people who, you know what I'm talking about. Even if I don't demonstrate. You get the, I don't know, who is the teacher in charge of the uniforms? Eh? Deputy HM. The name. Give me the name. Mr. Nakabali. Imagine he gets you when you've tempered with your uniform and it's like a pipe. And he gets you and he's taking you to his office. Not to beat you. Instead of holding you like this, he says, come, Justus, my son. Sorry. But this one also looks like a pipe. Is it so? No, it is not. But instead of beating, he says, come, let us settle the matter. Let us discuss. Can you imagine such a God? Let's go through this very fast. Look after your friends. Make sure they are okay. Sometimes they are going through things that are really heavy, but they may not say it out. Is it so? Yes, in the dormitory, look out for that person. You wonder the person is always quiet, is always alone. Find out.
Your organization's
maybe they're having issues at their home. Maybe they're having personal issues they don't understand. They're trying to adjust. They were from a primary school, now in a secondary school. Things are different. Isn't it so? Yes. And they are trying to adjust. Look out for those friends. Because we are asking, which kind of friend are you? Are you willing to go out of your way to make sure that the person is okay? Next one says, being honest may not get you many friends, but it will always get you the right ones. Is it true? Very true. You're honest. You tell the person, today you're not smart. Today, some of you look at your friends when they didn't wash their eyes well, and they have some things there. You tell them, because that is your friend. You're honest. You tell them the course of action that you're taking, the way you're dodging classes, the way you're dodging prep, the way you pretend to be sick towards examination. This won't help you. Because all that you're doing right now, it has a triple effect. Even as you start working, if you're lazy here, even at work, you will be lazy. If you reach late, always, even at work, that's what will happen. What you're going through right now is a training, because you reach a point and there's no one to supervise you. You're working, you're the boss, and you're supposed to supervise other people. So if they give you assignments and you don't do them, equally, when you start working, you will be a very lazy person and you'll be fired from job to job. Okay, next one maybe. Then we see what happens. Don't mess with your friends. They know things about yourself which even you don't know well. Is it true? No wonder that English proverb says, tell me who your friends are, and I'll tell you. Hey, just tell me. With the friends he mentioned, I can easily find out who is Andrew, who is Kagame, what do they do, and I can know who he is. Birds of the same feather do what? Flock together. So look carefully. Who are your 4 friends? Like the ones we have read in Mark, the book of Mark chapter 2. Actually, it is said, if you walk with 4 idiots, there's a high likelihood that you are. Hey, be careful. True friendship takes us by the hand and reminds us that we are not alone. A true friend has to take you, says you are not alone. You'll finish this term successfully. Okay. True friends are those who lift you up when no one else even noticed that you are down. When you've fallen, he says, come, I'll help you. I'll carry you up. You can achieve it. True friends are those who lift you up when no one even noticed that you are down. A true friend is someone that understands your past, believes in your future, and accepts you to death just the way you are. He looks at you, he knows that surely that person was chased from another school, but is here. That's why we are saying that if anyone has been joined to Christ, is a new being. Why do you want to bring back my past? Why do you want? My past, it happened, isn't it so? You know about my past, but now the person you see is different, is a new being, is a new creature. Many times we want to bring out the past. I think I should read this last one, then we see how to end. A true friend is someone who never gets tired of listening to your pointless dramas over and over again. Do we have dramas? Many. You're still in high school, but if you are in university, I would say there are some of you right from first term, you have a different boyfriend. Second term, a different. Third term, different. By the time you're finishing S6, you multiply 3 times 6. Those are how many? 18 boyfriends. When you're still in secondary school. I said you're still in high school. Those in university, I would have told them that. But there are some who are like that. Is it so? S1. You even don't know yet the entire periodic table. Do you still do that? Do you know what a periodic table is? Okay, you know. But you're very sharp. Very sharp. Like you know the entire S6 science class. All of them are your buddies. How? Live within S1, isn't it so? And grow strategically, slowly by slowly. A true friend will never get tired of listening to your pointless drama. As we prepare to end, I want to tell you, since you asked me, a best friend is someone who tells you the truth even when you don't want to hear it. I want to end with this. Our friend, known as who? Jesus. You asked me whether I'm married. My daughter is called Aviela. Now tell your neighbor to listen to this one, then we end. Hold your neighbor's hand. There are some neighbors there I want to see. A friend will not allow you to pray for the pastor because there are people praying for the pastor. So if you're a true friend,
anytime, anywhere. Effortlessly connect your iPad wirelessly. Seamless tethering.
A
Instant
true friend
retouching.
will allow you listen
Boost
to the
your
entire
business with
sermon
same-day
very well.
edits.
Now, my daughter is called who? Aviela. One time we went to preach somewhere in Mukono with her. We were doing a revival week, and at the end we had made an altar call. People were coming for baptism, and sometimes we delay. That time she was 4 years, and you know, as a child she would get tired. But when we finally finished, she tells me, "Daddy, let's pass by the supermarket and you buy for me ice cream." And I knew she likes strawberry ice cream. So I get to the supermarket, and I know I'm only buying what? Strawberry ice cream, nothing else. I get there to the fridge, get to the till, pay, and get to the car. When I get to the car, I had left her inside the car. I locked it, but she was not there. Hey, I called Aviela, nowhere to be seen. And I said, "Mfude, omwana w'omukazi." And I called, I said, Aviela, come. Nowhere to be seen. I went to the security guard. And I said, I left my daughter here. And I went to the supermarket. He also said, I don't know. I didn't see anything. We went to the CCTV. We checked through the cameras. We couldn't see anything. And I knew I am finished. What will I tell the mother? And I started blaming myself. Which kind of responsible man leaves their child in the car? But again, I consoled myself. I said, but I locked the car. I didn't even take long. I just went, bought ice cream, came back. So I come back and pray and say, God, please help me. And I call loudly, Aviela, where are you, please? Wherever you are, come. And I hear a soft voice, I am here. And I ask, where are you? And she says, I am in the boot. And I say, in the boot doing what? I am hiding, I did something. So I discover that because I had been with her the whole day preaching, I didn't take her to ease herself. She had susu. She had urinated on the passenger seat. So she was hiding out of fear. As we end, I present to you Jesus, a friend who wants to understand you and me. When we make mistakes like my daughter, we shouldn't hide away from him. Because this friend understands you more than you even understand yourself. This friend is asking, can I be your friend this morning? Can I be your friend throughout this entire week? I want us to sing this song. What a friend we have in Jesus. That all our sins and all our griefs, that we take them to God in what? In prayer. We're going to do 2 stanzas, then we can pray. Join me as we sing this song. Let's stand up. Let's stand up and sing this song.
Show